Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the flyest vlogger on the planet. My name is Showtime the Czar. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great, positive, productive day as always. You know I got hip hop news, cultural updates, and everything like that for you guys today. But before we do any and all that, you know what you got to do. See that subscribe button on your screen right there. I need you to click that, turn that bell icon on so each and every time one of my videos drop, the content that I'm providing to you, you don't miss it. Let's get into it, y'all. Drop my intro. YouTube, what up though? All right, so let's get into it. Let me grab my little cup here, right here, because I guess the word tea is what they were. It was what come to mind when I talk about this subject right here. So allegedly, Nicki Minaj fired her assistant, and this alleged person who went by the name Kate Miller exposed a lot of information regarding Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, her sleeping with Chris Brown, I should say, Drake, Lil Wayne, whole bunch of stuff, right? Here's what I want to say about that. First of all, Nicki Minaj did address the situation in which she basically denied all the claims, okay? Kate Miller posted about, 3 or 4 posts saying that Nicki Minaj owes the IRS and all that type of stuff. Now, my thoughts are this. First of all, if that was real, okay, I don't believe it is, but if it was, what type of person would you be if you expose Nicki Minaj because she fired you? People get fired every day, B. So that says a lot about you as an individual. If you get fired and then you post personal information regarding Nicki Minaj just because you got fired, like, that's corny. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing. Second thing, I think the account was fake. I guess I should make that first, but I think the account was fake because a Nicki Minaj assistant, you would think that that person has a lot more followers than 2,000 followers. Not that that solidifies you as a good assistant or bad assistant, but I just feel like somebody who's working that close with Nicki Minaj, they would probably, you would see them a lot more than you wouldn't see them, if that makes sense. You definitely would. They would be posting a lot more, especially in this day and age in the social media era. They would let it be known that they are Nicki Minaj's assistant, to a degree. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't know too much, but you would know that they work close with Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? So 2,000 followers just doesn't seem like a lot for a Nicki Minaj assistant. All right. And third, I just, again, think the whole situation is ridiculous just because why would you put that information out there? And I would assume that somebody like Nicki Minaj would make them sign an NDA just because of things like this happening. Nicki Minaj believes that this is some random fan or some kid out here just posted information board, and they can do stuff like this, and they went viral and they got the attention that they wanted. They got their little 12, 13 minutes of fame, and I agree with her, man. This situation just seems like a bunch of, what, just because, it doesn't really make any sense for this to come out of nowhere. So let me know how you guys feel about it. Do you think the information is true? Do you think it's false? Do you think Nicki Minaj is telling the truth? Do you think there's somebody just trying to sabotage Nicki Minaj? Let me know all that in the comments below. Alright guys, on to the next subject here. So it seems like the females in the industry were quite busy this weekend. So Beyonce's album Renaissance dropped over the past weekend, and Kelis had a issue with her sampling her record. Here is what Kelis had to say. Take a listen.
Beef is not only with Beyonce, because at the end of the day, she sampled a record, she's copied me before, she's done it before, so have many other artists. It's fine. I don't care about that. We've met each other, we know each other, we have mutual friends. It's not hard. She can contact, right? It's just common decency, right? It's common decency, especially because I know what I own and what I don't own. I also know the lies that were told. Publishing was stolen. People were swindled out of rights. It happens all the time. It was stupid and disrespectful, and she should have at least reached out. But the real issue, Pharrell knows better. This is a direct hit at me. He does this stuff all the time. It's very petty. No one had the human decency to call and be like, yo, hey, would like to use your record. Which, by the way, the reason I'm annoyed is because I know it was on purpose. This is not like some, oh, they were in the studio and it's, no, this was
Okay, so as you heard in the video, it sounds like she didn't have an issue with the actual sampling, but the fact that she was not approached by Beyonce or Pharrell for the sampling, which I can understand, right? I guess she feels like that's a slap in the face. I'm not a musician, so I really don't understand. Here's my thing. I don't really, if certain people ask to sample your music, you kind of just want to let that ride, just because I feel like A, you can either get a portion of it by embracing it, or B, people might get to hear your music or actually go check you out. Because I know for me, when I hear a sample, I'm like, damn, where does that come from? What is this sample? Who is that that's singing this? I remember the first time I heard Designer on the Kanye West record, right? I was like, who is this guy? Like, where did this come from? And I actually went and go listen to the entire record. I was like, okay, this is, it's different. That didn't make me a Designer fan, but I did, I was aware of who he was, and you see how that kind of catapulted his career by him being on the Kanye West record. Now, that don't happen for everybody. Drake samples people all the time, and it don't always catapult people's careers. Kelis don't need her career catapulted. What I'm saying is, if someone like Beyonce, a Drake, a Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, the list goes on and on, certain artists have such a big impact in the music business. I just feel like if you are lucky enough to have those people sample you, you should just embrace it. What I'm saying about Kelis here is that no one's checking for Kelis. So to me, she can feel how she wants to feel. But I also feel like Beyonce is one of those artists that's probably one you should let that one ride. Not saying she should get disrespected. If you feel disrespected, obviously say something. But in the grand scheme of things, let's look at this here. Kelis ain't had a hot record in a long time. So Beyonce sampling your work says that Beyonce is also listening and appreciated you as an artist. Now, her situation with Pharrell sounds like that's a little bit more personal, because she's called him petty and all that type of stuff, and he does things on purpose. I don't know about that one because, again, I don't know their relationship. But I will say this. If I don't like a person, I'm not sampling their damn music. That's just me. Now, I don't know everybody else, how they will work, but if I don't like you, I'm not sampling your music. I don't care how good you are. If I don't rock with you, I'm not sampling nothing. So that seems a little toss up to me. But again, certain artists, Pharrell is another one. If he decides to sample your music, that means you're doing something right. So that's just how I feel about that situation. I think this could have been handled better than Kelis jumping on the internet and trying to attack Beyonce. You know that never works out, because the Beehive, they don't never have that. But I feel like if she felt a certain way, maybe reach out to Beyonce. I know she didn't do it to you, but I felt like she might have been giving you your flowers in a sense, Kelis. Maybe you took that a little wrong. I can't tell you how to feel, but again, I just feel like this is a person that doesn't need to sample anybody's music. Pharrell's an artist, a producer that doesn't need to sample anybody's music. So for them both to be like, this is it, I like this sample, kind of, may want to take a step back, get out your feelings, and just kind of think like, maybe this is a good thing, Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments below. How do you feel about Kelis and Beyonce situation? Do you think Kelis is just being a little bitter, or do you think Beyonce was in the wrong? Her and Pharrell was in the wrong? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright guys, and the last couple things I want to discuss with you guys today before I get up out of here. So y'all was really giving Beyonce a hard time this weekend for her album. So she is going to change some lyrics in one of her songs due to the fact that she used the word spaz. And apparently spaz is an ableism or an ableist term, or slur, I should say, which ableism is discrimination against people with disabilities. Now, I had never heard of this term, and they said Lizzo had the same problem because she used the term spaz. Now, let me just stop here for a second because I've been saying spaz for a long time, okay? Probably since I was in high school, right? As a kid. I've never said spaz in a derogatory term. Didn't even know you could say it in a derogatory term because when I say that, that means I'm going crazy or like they're going crazy or tweaking or it's not directed towards an individual when I say that. Let me rephrase that. I'm not making fun of an individual when I say that. So if I'm using it like that, it was just I was using slang. I'm assuming that Beyonce and Lizzo were doing the same thing. While I'm not, disregarding how people feel about it, it's a little sensitive in my opinion, just because I didn't know that spaz was that deep of a term, and it's just kind of new. I've never heard anybody get offended by saying spaz. Now, there's other slurs out there that I've heard people get offended by, and we just didn't care. But spaz was more something that just, it was like a emphasis on doing something. So that's just what that is to me. I just think it's a little sensitive because I don't think neither one of those ladies were trying to offend anybody. They were just using slang, in my opinion. So let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. How do you feel about that? Do you think people are being sensitive about the term spaz, or do you think we should take accountability and understand people's feelings and thoughts? Let me know all that in the comments below. Last thing I'm going to discuss with you guys is the situation with DJ Envy and the kid Mero. Now, DJ Envy sat down and he talked about the beef between him and Mero. Take a listen.
If I come to your face right now, Flip, and say, you a dickhead and a pussy, and I want smoke, to your face, and you say, I apologize, it was just jokes, we were wrong, I'm sorry, right? It's this footage, it's on the Breakfast Club, footage, you saying it to my face, you say you apologize, we leave it at there, it's done. Then you leave, the interview airs, social media gets around, and now you changed. Then when it changes, then you go on a tour, whatever Envy tour, and you shit on me all day long. How do I respect that?
So here's what I want to say about this. I don't like that Mero went on Math Hoffa's podcast way after the situation between DJ Envy on their show on Breakfast Club, apologized, and now it's like, SMD. I don't like that. And the reason I don't like that is because you had the opportunity to just say, no, I'm not apologizing. But you went on his show and you apologized. Now all of a sudden you won't smoke. I agree with Envy on that one. That's kind of corny in my opinion, man. You can't, don't go on my show. We kind of patch things up, and then months or years later, now you like, I shouldn't have apologized, and F you. That's corny, man. I ain't really got nothing else to say about that. That's just lame to me. Like, bro, if you wanted them type of problems, you could have just said that, and you ain't had to come back on the show. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Mero. You kind of lost some cool points for that one with me, bro. And I like Deezus and Mero. But that was just a little lame in my opinion, man. Don't I don't know if he was just gassed up or whatever the case may be, and sometimes we be prisoners of the moment, so I can understand that. And if that's what it was, say that, but don't act like you wanted them problems and you don't want them problems. That's all I'm saying. Let me know how you guys feel about that whole situation in the comments below. How do you feel about Mero and DJ Envy's beef? Do you think they'll patch it up again? Do you not? Do you think they're going to stay away from each other? Let me know all that in the comments below. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.